This circle here is the foundation of my mega base, which doesn't exist yet. Why? Because this thing is huge. I'm gonna have to gather thousands of blocks. Thankfully, I'm building this on an SMP, so I'm just gonna borrow all 1,101 blocks of white concrete I need from a friend. Unfortunately, that's not gonna work for everything else I need, like dark prismarine. And dark prismarine is an absolute pain to get, seeing as monuments are heavily guarded by these annoying porcupine fish things. The solution? Build a guardian farm, which funnels all the fish to the nether portals and promptly burns them to death. Look at this, the farm is done and we are getting so many guardians. I feel like we AFK here for like 2 hours, we're gonna have all the prismarine we'll ever need. About 2 hours later, let's see, and oh yes, look, I think every single chest is, not that one, every single chest almost is filled to the brim with resources. This is more prismarine than I'll ever need, and now let's craft up around 2 shulker boxes of dark prismarine. Now we need 4,336 blocks of ice, which is going to be a pain to collect, unless, you guessed it, we make an ice farm. This one's going to be a bit less manual. Unfortunately, we can't farm everything, like deep slate, which is so slow to try to mine, but I did, and after a bit of friendly borrowing, I had all 5,610 blocks I needed. And if that wasn't enough grinding, I also need 4,700 blocks of terracotta, which, with a beacon that was definitely mine, wasn't that difficult. Until I accidentally broke my pickaxe, and in the moment, out of annoyance, instead of getting a new one, I decided to buy my friend's netherite pickaxe off of him in exchange for an IOU. I know I'm going to regret that later. However, we've still got a little bit of a problem. You see, I was getting regular terracotta and we need cyan terracotta, and to get cyan dye, we need to combine some blue dye and green dye. So, to get the blue dye, what I did is I made this the most laggy flower farm I have ever seen. So we just put our bone meal in here. I think this should connect all the way. Then we simply hit this note block, and oh boy, we just went to about 2 frames, but this thing, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit laggy, but we also need green dye. Welcome to the Mega Farming Complex. This thing is almost at world height. It's built by one of my server mates, and as you can see, there are a ton of different farms just kind of like meshed together here. But if we go inside of here, we can see that this farm produces sugarcane string, all the mob drops, it makes honeycomb, and my addition, cactus. And we get pretty much unlimited cactus from this. As you can see, most of it has been taken. But now we have all the blocks to build our mega base, is what I'd like to say. Unfortunately, we still have one more extremely painful task of mining one entire shulker box full of quartz blocks. And after a literal day of quartz mining, we can actually begin. And after many hours of work, our base is done. Now, you thought I was talking about the mega base? No, I'm talking about the base of our mega base, and I built this first before anything else, even before I had all the resources, because inside of here there is a ton of room, and I want to put a super smelter in here. I need a super smelter because I need a ton of smooth quartz, which would be a pain to smelt. So I think I'm gonna real quick hop into a time lapse and build a super smelter. Now, let's start with the actual build. Alright, let's just get this over with. Are you ready for the ultimate time lapse? I've already put 5 days of work into this thing. Let's just finish it. just like that, our base is done. And this thing is massive. It took me almost a whole week to gather resources for and build this thing. But I am so glad it's done, because there is tons of room inside of this place for farms, for storage rooms. I cannot wait to build the interior of this. At the moment, it's divided into 3 rooms. This one with the dome, the one in the middle, and then our main floor. And I guess there's like a basement too, but this doesn't really count at the moment. As you can tell, I'm putting a lot of effort into these videos, so subscribing or at least liking the video will help out so much. Anyways, thanks for watching.